All right. Yeah, this is I guess it's pretty early. All right. Welcome to the first ever rendition of the Carter Dorton show. I'm your host, Carter Dorton. It is 6:03 a.m. Central Time, 7:03 a.m. on the East Coast. And we are here. It's my first day of sophomore year, guys. So that should be interesting how that goes. But hopefully you all are doing good so far. Um, let's see what happens. Yeah. So honestly, hopefully everybody's doing good. I'll click timer countdown. What do I want to do? I'll put a welcome symbol. Welcome, guys. Um, so we're gonna put up a screen share, guys. I'm gonna click screen share. Click share screen, window, entire screen. Actually, yeah, sure, I'll share that. Okay. Okay, perfect. Perfect, guys. So, let's talk about the one thing I've been saying so far is that obviously it's Monday. We have only a few more weeks until midterms. So I'd like to give you guys my full, or not my full, just a short little sneak peek into what my current prediction is for the Senate races in November. So we've had more primaries happen. Majority of them are completed. So I'll just give you guys a quick little rundown here. So, where do we want to start? I'll literally just name off a state, and I'll show you what I think is going to happen. Let's do Oregon. I think Democrats. I think Jeff Merkley is going to hold on there. I think Republicans will hold on. I'll just fucking fill this in um, as like they're your safe reds. There's your safe reds. So you're already at 44. I'll fill in your safe blues for the Dems. Comes Senator Mark Warner's running again. There's that. Okay. This is real. And then just get that out of the way. And then I'll also get that out of the way. And I'll also get that out of the way. Okay. That kind of leads you with like 11 possible backgrounds, more like 7 or 8. Texas, I think Tallarico is going to do well, but I think it's still going to be a few points. So I think it's still going to be like 6 points, I think. Nebraska, of course, obviously you have that independent, but I think it'll still be Republican by a few points. Similar to 2024, I think Alaska, Mary Peltola, of course, primarily last week. I think Peltola will do well, but it'll still be a few points. I'll put that actually we'll get to that one later. I might even put that, I don't know yet. Preds will win Minnesota by like 4%, not by much, but they'll get it. And then New Hampshire will go to the Dems by like 3 or 4. And then Iowa, I do think Turek will lose to Hinson. I think the governor's race is way more of a priority, honestly. I think it's going to be closer. So I think Republicans will probably eke one out here. I think Georgia, I think Ossoff will hold on. I think Roy Cooper's going to win by a very close margin. I think Abdul's going to win. Obviously, he's taken it recently. He's taken the political integrity pledge, which means that he's going to be spending. He's going to push for congressional stock trading ban, a thing that has been, very much around the people. Congressional stock trading ban, and I agree we should get a stock trading ban going, guys. Both the thing that actually Democrats and Republicans have been talking about is a stock trading ban. So there's that. Maine. Let's take a look at that Maine. Of course, obviously, whoever the previous nominee was, and why can I not remember his name? Graham Plattner, but of course he's not anymore. This is going to be really close. I think Democrats will eat this out by like half a point. And then I think Ohio, I don't think Sherrod Brown's going to be able to get it done. And I think Alaska, I think Peltola is going to lose to the incumbent Sullivan. So that's like your 49-51 scenario. Yes, leave. And then what else? What do we want to browse today? We want to browse Twitter. We want to browse Twitter. Want to browse Twitter this morning, guys? Actually, no. Let's actually not. Let's browse the. Let's see what else happened here. Ballotpedia. Oh yeah, because we're obviously we had our school board elections last year. We have more next year. It's a non like midterm and or presidential year. School night. They talked about that. First student day. That is 2 day. Oh, it gives you all the events. So let's go through all the school events today at my school. We'll go through some of the other local schools too. I guess I could just go to Bound for that, but local Iowa schools around the area. So let's start off here. First student day for here. I think also because of course obviously last Friday you had new must yet for the 7th grade and freshmen. Then you have boys fall golf guys. Boys fall golf, and then girls tennis. Pleasant Valley is playing Muscatine today, and junior varsity and varsity at home. And then Muscatine is going to play Davenport West in volleyball at the Davenport West High School. That's at 6 p.m. Freshmen, wait. Why is it listed twice, but it's at the same time, and it's the same game? Okay, there's one at 7 o'clock. There's another one at 7 o'clock. Then JV goes to New Girl tonight, and then tomorrow night, junior varsity plays North Scott at 5. And then 6:30 is varsity. More information you can see right there. There's girls tennis on the 27th. Our next show after today will be on Wednesday the 26th. So tomorrow we won't have one, and then Wednesday we will. We'll really have to see what happens then, but starting to get a little more bright out. Sun's starting to rise here. So see what happens. West Delaware versus Cedar Rapids. Why is that listed on ours? Why is that listed on Muscatine? Because they're in the same tournament. Okay, so it lists the other matches in that same tournament. Okay, it's kind of like what Bound does. Okay, they're probably just pulling this from Bound. Most of these early out. Yes, the 20. There is an early out every single Friday now in the Muscatine Community School. I don't know if Wilton or any other. I don't think they're doing that. Let me see here. First football game. Then the 29th, girls cross country Prairie invite. 8th grade boys. 8th grade. Then varsity for the girls. Varsity's at 8:40. Are we not? Or varsity's at 9. What is level 3? Is that JV or is that fresh soft? Because they have a fresh soft level for that meet, I think, and I'll probably be running. Okay, so I am at like 10:15. Okay, because I'm on Fresh off, okay. Or most likely I'm going to be. I highly doubt I'm going to be on varsity. And I'm better spot than last year, so I'm probably not going to be on JV. If I am, I'll be running at 11:25 a.m. And you have boys fall gall on the 31st, so nothing's on the 30th. That's on the 31st. And then tennis next week. So that's really like this has for a while of a schedule. Like, for example, let me go over to Bound. Let me just do. Sure. Wilton. The reason why I clicked on Wilton is because we already looked at Muscatine events. They do cross country too, because also this is also that my I have a band and they also have Wilton does stuff there. So yeah, you can see I don't think they play us in anything except for soccer. Or no, Durant. No, we played Durant. We didn't play Wilton. Regina. Their first football game is against Regina. Wow. Very mid school. Anyway, because I'm Muscatine, I can't praise another school. It's stupid. Well, they can't really do a lot since they only have like 3,000 people in the state compared to like 23,000. So they don't have that many people at the school. They have some there. And then um West Liberty, they're the Comets. I forgot. They play their first day of volleyball today. I don't think they play us in anything. They've played, I think this season of football, they do play SC West Branch. They play the West Branch Bears. My grandmother graduated from West Branch. They play them on Friday night at the West Liberty Field. That's probably a big, and then the girls. Oh, they're at. Wait. They're at the pre. Oh, no, I did not mean to do that. Zoom in. Okay. What the hell? How do I scroll? Okay, let's do this. Oh, they are at our Cedar Rapids Prairie meet on Saturday. Okay. Plus 5 more. Who are those 5 more? Seymour. Prairie XC invite. Season game. No, holy shit. Cedar Falls, Central Lee, Clear Clear Creek, Amana, Davenport West, Dubuque Senior, Fort Madison, Iowa City High, Marion, Monticello, Muscatine, Pella, Prairie of Grub. So they're hosting the damn thing. West Liberty, West Dubuque, and Williamsburg. Okay. I mean, I think that's probably close to what it was last year. And I mean, I don't know who won this last year, but somebody had to have won rosters. I don't think anybody has a roster in there. So we got like, I don't think they have our roster in here yet. Or why did I click on Iowa City High? I don't think they have ours in here yet. Maybe? No. Okay. I didn't think they did. Leaderboard, well, the event hasn't started yet, so it's kind of hard for them to have a leaderboard when the event hasn't started yet. Okay. What else they got? Varsity. And then there's a JV game on Monday. They play West Branch as well. So it was pretty interesting. So probably events that they're scheduled on. And then all these really small schools. They put their extracurriculars up here. Wow. Okay. Oh, what? Okay, it's for Austin Union School District. Okay. There's three events: freshman volleyball, or Davenport North, um, Pleasant Valley, and girls for JV, and then varsity golf at the Bobcats. Um, so that is one of the events. That's at 10 a.m. today. Wow. We'll get to skip their first day of school. Dang it. They have like last year's cheer stuff on. I don't think they put cheer stuff on Bound. I don't think they do. That's it. Schedule, nothing. Praxis, also nothing. Roster, also nothing. Staff, power index, and seasons. Well, it's kind of hard to score cheer because there isn't really a competition happening here. These words, say they have this year's stuff up here. Like if I go 25, 26, they have a couple of our Rocket League wins from last season. 3-2. because it kind of just spreads them out whenever they want to. So I can't really. Wire drama. Then for sports, do they have our soccer schedule over there? They do. Okay. The um have their scrim against Fort Madison. Play North Scott varsity. That's varsity level. Yeah, it's not ours. What? It's not the stadium. Is it at the complex? Wait. What? What? What the hell? And then there's that Fort Madison tournament again. Ah, damn. Played them. We played who the West Branch. Oh, imagine we played them. Who are we playing? Does it say? I don't think it says. Oh, does that have last year's? Do we have last year's stats? No, none of the scores are in it except for when we beat North Scott 5-0. We did not draw to Pleasant Valley that day. We did not. We won 1-0. Wrong. Yeah, that's correct. Most of these aren't, they don't put in. We did beat Mount Pleasant that day. And then imagine they at my. There I am. Number 24. Me at the bottom of the screen. It was up there for a second. Then and all that. So we like see all activities. What other activities are there? Spring, summer, softball, baseball. All that's there. Yeah. Yeah. First day of school. As I go through my schedule. Here's my schedule, guys. For school this year. Chat. Because we're live on the show. Got power mechanics. Is first period. First class at like 8:20. I got sociology. Then I got geometry. Then I got soil science. Then I got lunch. And then I got English 10. So, yep. Then I got PE competitive team game. Then I got biology. Yeah, so Yeah. So, all right. So, football. Did the Muskies win their scrimmage here? Didn't say if they won. Roster. There's the roster. And then that's their schedule right there. And then that's our schedule for the football team. The first we had the scrimmage at on Friday, then Davenport North 7:15 here at home. Pleasant Valley, got Dubuque Senior, Assumption. I assume they're terrible. Actually, I don't. I assume they're better than us. Homecoming game is on the 11th. That's a pretty bad day to put a homecoming game on. Yeah, I don't know why they put homecoming on that weekend. I think they should have like too late to realize now, but like they should have realized earlier that was gonna be a really, really bad idea. Power index, of course, there's nothing because the season hadn't started yet. Like go last year. Last year they lost their first game. They lost Cedar Rapids, who they don't play this year, I don't think. They lost. They got destroyed by Assumption. They got destroyed by Dubuque. They got destroyed by Pleasant Valley. They got destroyed by Iowa State Rest 69-7. They got destroyed by Linn-Mar. They beat Davenport Central and they lost to Iowa City Liberty. They should make a video on how bad our high school football team is. They should. Yeah, last year. What was last year's of course, last year roster had a bunch of people who aren't on the team anymore. Curtis ain't on there anymore. Gage or Well, Garrick Fillmore's still on there. Like, who's a senior? Daniel Wiseman. Like, those people aren't on there anymore. $33rd in 5A. 287 statewide. This is last season's stats. Rushing, Gage, Colin, Gavin Wade had some good stuff. Receiving. Punt returns. Power index. And then seasons. This last year. They won one game, 8 losses. They had a win percentage of just over 100 or .111. They scored a 100. It's really bad. 111. Of course, 26, 3-6. They went 4-5. When was the last time they had a winning record? 2018 was the last time they had a winning record. We had the same records they did back in 2019 and 2021. They used to play more games back in the day, and they used to be a little bit better, getting 6 to 7, 5 to 7 wins each season. Oh, and yeah, I forgot. In 2007, they went undefeated. Wow, what happened in 2007? They beat Burlington, they beat Pleasant Valley, they beat Clinton. They actually got their shit together. Now you should bring all those old players and bring them back to the team now. Do they have 2027? I don't know why that's on there. I don't know why they have 2027, 28 up there. But oh no, they do play Sierra Jeff. I think it's almost the exact same schedule as last year. But the stadiums have been switched around. Like Davenport Central's now at Brady Street instead of here. Like first game of the season, I think, is at home now instead of away. So like, a couple things have been switched around for this year, but still, first game is this Friday. We're still gonna get smashed probably against Davenport North. It's still gonna be an embarrassment, but hey, it'll be fine. Yeah, no, we're not winning. We're not winning. We're not winning them. Yeah, we play Cedar Rapids Jefferson away. I think that's just like last year. Now, some of the bigger beings last year we took away, but yeah, not really much else happened today. It's just the first day of school. See what happens. Get everybody packed into little rooms and classrooms inside of essentially a jail. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Um, Probably won't be the worst thing in the world, but like it's not gonna be good. Probably won't be good. Like it's well, today we aren't really doing much. It's the first day of school. What do you expect? It's gonna be like no, not it's not exciting. Yeah, 'cause it's not. It's literally all it is. Because I get mine at first, and then you get in there and you sit there, listen to a fucking half the time it's a syllabus. Sometimes some teachers like to introduce syllabus on the first fucking day, which is like the hell, like what? Lunch is at the same time as last year. Okay, so car mechanics. Technology. There's 4 birthdays today, guys. Guys, say happy birthday to Tate Staker. Say happy birthday to Roberto, Ray Ray. It's not JJ and Opossum. Tomorrow, there are going to be birthdays for my cousin Austin's birthday is tomorrow. So I wish him a happy birthday. That'll be fun. And then my grandmother's birthday is on the 27th. So there's no episode that day, but we'll definitely, I'll probably post something about it. I got B lunch. Colin's got B lunch. Yes. No, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't go to the Tangled Wood. I'm gonna be probably my goal is I want to stream my reaction to Saturday night's Daytona Cup Series race. I mean, that's my plan. I'll probably stream that night because the end of the regular season, don't want to miss it, and it's on a Saturday, so it's like perfect, um, perfect conditions for something good to happen. CR Jefferson, they play, so that's kind of that. There's not really literally much else going on. Like I'll literally, I don't know. We'll talk about. I don't know. What do I expect? Last year, um, mm, uh, uh, I no, I'm not a Power School employee. I just want to show you guys my schedule. Power School login. So how you do it? I don't know. I just want to. What? I don't even know what's even happening. It's not let me do that. It's really weird. Okay, well, anyways, last year's grades were a um I did get a 16 algebra last school year, but in second semester, but this year should do a lot better. We are officially halfway through the show. I'll take a little break and I will be right back. I'll take a little bit of break and we'll be right back after the break. All right, we're back from the break. It's 6:46 a.m. Central Standard Time. It's 7:46 a.m. on the East Coast. And we're here, of course. Obviously, let's talk about the schedule for the next few episodes. Of course, we have today's episode, which is on August 24th. Then we have Wednesday the 26th. Then we'll have Friday the 28th. And then we'll have next week will be, I already have one of them scheduled on YouTube. You can already check it out. We will have the 1st of September. So September the 1st and September 3rd on a Tuesday, Thursday. Then the week after will be September 7th on a Monday, September 9th on a Wednesday, and September 11th on a Friday. So make sure y'all go follow the Cardboard Show, Viper Card. Make sure y'all go to all my social. Also, all these episodes will be uploaded to um, Spotify, Amazon Music, all of that. Here in a probably this afternoon or something after the episode's like finished or whatever. Probably this afternoon. So see what happens. But all right. So talk about let's talk about the NASCAR Cup Series. Ryan Blaney wins yesterday at the prestigious New Hampshire Motor Speedway at the Magic Mile. He wins. Denny Hamlin finishes 7th, clinches his number 1 seed. And the last race of the regular season is going to be this coming Saturday, the 29th at 6:30 Central Time. 7 will be at Daytona. So this Saturday night will be Daytona. Who do I think is going to win? I'm not even going to pick a winner because it'll probably be wrong. But SVG does have an advantage on the cut. So I'll go to standings right now. SVG does have an advantage on the cut line right now. There we go. So Keselowski moved up a spot yesterday. Chastain dropped a spot yesterday. But on the cut line, look at that. Look at that. 31 points now. It was 50. It's now only 31, but Priest is still gonna have to probably get close to winning or get a lot of stage points. And Keselowski too, 66. But Keselowski, I think, because I think is in a must win. So Keselowski, I think, has to win at Daytona. Chastain is officially out. So, and then Cinder can also still be eliminated. I mean, if Priest wins and Gisbergen also has a good day, there's a good chance that Cinder could also be dropped out. Bubba Wallace is officially locked in. So the top four, no, actually, no, I don't think they are. Byron is. I think they just showed Byron up being locked in earlier. Bell's moved up 2 spots. Larson's moved up 1. Elliott's dropped 2. Briscoe's dropped 1. And look at those laps led count. Hamlin's doing pretty good so far. Hamlin in with another top 10 today. This is definitely a championship caliber season for Denny Hamlin. Go to manufacturer, kind of similar. Go to O'Reilly. Last regular season there's Daytona. And look at that. Allgaier is the current points leader. I think he is officially the first seed regular season champion. They don't have that anymore. Taylor Gray is not that far behind. He's only 1 point behind. Rajah Caruth. Yeah, so literally this can be a battle. Basically, 6 cars can be fighting for 4 spots. Ryan Sieg's out. Everybody else is out. And then trucks, of course, the truck chase is they've already reset because the last regular season was at New Hampshire. The truck chase is going to begin. Friesen scored obviously the first truck out, but everybody else, these top 10 here, made the chase. Corey LaJoy, Connor Jay Garcia narrowly missed out. Same with Friesen. Ankrum made it in narrowly. Ben Rhodes did. Hemrick, Infinger, Majeski, Gio Ruggiero, Eckes, Smith, Honeycutt, Riggs. So there you go. Hamlin did clinch that spot. Yeah, Barry's doing pretty well. 3 top 10s straight and 2 top 5s in a row. If that doesn't spark a what's it called? A ride for next year, it's insane. I think the Wood brother looking like going, "Oh, we fucked up." Like, yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. I mean, Barry's not making the chase, but considering what we had with him. I mean, yeah, I guess Matt DiBenedetto did make the playoffs on points in 2020. He made the top 16 on points in 2020, which is pretty hard to make the old format without a win. But Bears been pretty good recently, and I think, and also he won obviously last year at Vegas in March in the spring. So let's see what happens there. that's kind of all I have to say for that. I mean, it's like he could maybe get a ride. I mean, he led a few laps this year, or not this year. He did, but this race, there you go. Anyways, um, Wallace Barry charges. Yeah, I forgot Byron lost a left rear tire, and Herb's crashed with McDowell. I was at my band practice when that happened, so I didn't see that. But honestly, it's not bad. It's almost the top of the hour here. We still got another half hour left here. What should we talk about, boys? What should we talk about, boys and girls? Mm. Hey, Howard Stern will turn on September 4th. News: Canada turned down a U.S. tariff deal. Data centers have an oh shit moment. Uh, there's a wildfire in Reno. Lighthouse Bar and Grill set to close. What? Here, here. Let me. Here. Give me some sound here. Some sound here. Wait, I'll have to stop and re-screen share. Share screen. Here, give me. That's kind of that right there. Um, that's kind of literally it for that. Yeah. So there's that restaurant, Michael. That's in Fairport. That's not far away from where our recording studio is. Maybe I'll have to go get some. They said their goal is to stay open until November 1st. So as long as they do, then we can definitely go there sometime. Weather. Here we go. Weather. And then we'll look at the live cams. Radar. Here we go, guys. Radar. Also, the thing is, before the show started, I did upgrade my PC a couple days ago, so now I've doubled the RAM and it has 16 gigabytes of RAM, and it has a SSD in for loading certain games. Here is the radar for everybody nearby. If you're watching here from like Omaha, you're just below some rain. If you're watching in Norfolk, you're in some rain. You're watching West Point, you're in a storm, pretty much, or very heavy rain. Um, can I play it? Will I keep going? It just goes from like 1 a.m. because it's almost 7 a.m. It doesn't past future. Here we go. Future 7 a.m. 7:31. Des Moines will get some stuff here in a little bit. But Des Moines already got some rain in it, but Des Moines will get more. No, it's all gonna go south this afternoon. It's gonna go to close to Kirksville. It will go through Kirksville. It's kind of it. There isn't really more of a cell here. Let's go to alerts. Let's get road weather, UV index. Feels like temp. Dew point. Dew points on the green. Dew points. Wind speed. Yeah, there's some wind. Temp is a little bit warmer here. Feels like temp. I'll do that. Precipitation. Snow. Satellite. Radar. Radar. Overlays. Here we go. Wildfire detection. Something up there near Clinton, Iowa. That's weird. Lightning. That's what I'm looking for. Ooh. What's this? A special weather statement. There's patchy, dense fog this morning. It's issued by the National Weather Service. This goes down in one county in Missouri and at two counties in Illinois and the rest of them in Iowa. So you got Louisa, Muscatine, whatever. Is that Des Moines County? I don't remember if that's Des Moines County or which. Well, that's Iowa County. I don't remember. And then near Fort Madison, Keokuk, Burlington, Wapello, Occowa. Not that far away. I don't remember what Missouri County that is, but there's that. There's also more special weather statements in Illinois as well, right there. And of course, there's a bunch of heat warnings across the country, so that's kind of why this is all purple and orange. What else? Like let's go over here. Water spout. I don't know what a water spout is, so what's this? A dense fog advisory. So yeah, the merrier. There we go. Back to just eastern Iowa here. There we go. Today, I-74 construction begins. So there's that. That's always nice. Here's a Clinton Bridge. Not live right now. Let me click on the 7:03, so it updates every few minutes. Is this the only one that has like a lot? Oh yeah. Okay. This is from the KWQC studio tower in Davenport. Look at that. Nice, sunny. Yeah, it's 57 degrees. It's not bad. 7 a.m. We have like 20 something minutes left on the show before we gotta head out for the day. But for our first rendition of this show, episode of this new morning show, so 7-day forecast, all that, Smith Photon videos. There's that. Yeah. Coralville. Here's a 6 panel. The 12 string. Uh, of course, obviously with those, obviously one thing I think is really good is that so of course those buildings, of course, obviously a few weeks ago, one of them collapsed on its own. The other one they had to collapse with a wrecking ball, or not wrecking ball. They had to just like use like a thing and just pull it down. 201 and 203 was it East Second Street or West Second Street, one of the two. So there's that. Here I'll go on. Uh, it's the jail division. Here's go Mustang County mugshots. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Oh, last time update was May 18th. But anyways, these people went to jail. I thought this is that updates stuff now. No, it hasn't posted in a while. All right. Yeah. So I didn't just give me a lit. Okay, here we go. I'll just pull it up on my phone because I have the app on my phone. Mustang County CSO is that one? No, it's an app on Google Play, but that's kind of it. Anyways, okay, so actual weather state. So I go to inmate search. Here are the most recent inmates in Muscatine County. We have Jacob Oberlander, Robert Dean, whatever. It's a long name. He was booked this morning at 4:19 a.m. He has no picture on here for some reason. He public intoxication. Okay. Robert Lee Rhodes was booked at last night at 4:55 p.m. He had criminal mischief. His bond is $5,000. So if anyone wants to go bail him out, he's downtown Muscatine. Seibeh, Ceyeebeh. That is literally his name. Um, Possession of controlled substance, possession of marijuana, no valid driver's license provided of proof of financial liability. So he's got a bond of $1,000. Francisco Flores, whatever. Driving under suspension, failure to maintain control, driving while barred, driving with license suspended, OWI, and operation of the gun interlock. Bond total 0-0. There's that. Uh, Felix Juan Cardona, public intoxication. His bond is $5,000, by the way. His date release is NA. He's from West Liberty. He walked on the wrong side of the highway. That's a jail charge? I thought that was a fine. Interference with official act. Control firearm by felon fugitive from justice. So, like, again, more minor stuff. Cecilia Marie Urington, $25,000. Use ECD while barred, an 18-year-old adult. Open container, driver plus 21 age, because she is 40. So she used an EC. I don't know what is use here. Let me search that up. Use ECD while driving charge. Oh. Use electronic communication device. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So there's that. That's what it is. Open container. You can't have open containers unless you're on the Las Vegas Strip, pretty much. OWI. Child endangerment. Serious injury. Oh, that's bad. A second charge for that. This second one has the bond at $25,000. That's why. And then another child endangerment, but there's no serious injury. So how is this woman here? How is this woman not in like a prison in like Davenport or I don't know how long she's Terry Allen Tinder, 60 years old, bonds $5,000. He has no valid driver's license, by proof financial liability, reckless driving, What is eluding? Failing to pull over. Five years in prison. Okay. Operating without registration plate, interference with an official. So it makes sense why his bond's $5,000. Julian Rico Alguera. Driving while barred, no WI. Something pretty simple. No bond. Darian Brown. The way they put these is really weird. He's 19. He's from Johnson County. He just has a hold per Johnson County. So I didn't say what he actually did. Gino Joseph whatever. 34 years old. Bond's $1,000. Violation of probation. Yeah, that'll get you a violation of probation, or that'll get you $1,000 bond. Jacob Morales, bond is $15K. He's 40 years old. He was booked on August 20th. He was booked a few days ago. Sex offender violation. Oh my God. Sex offender false info. Sex offender false info to the second degree. That the second charge was that too. And a violation of parole. How do you fail that bad? Rogelio, because people are disgusting. Rogelio Gutierrez Jr. Intent to false cocaine. Okay. Intent to defraud. The second one gives him a $45,000 bond, and then he has a drug tax stamp violation. Fire. Eric Edwin Jespersen, $1,300. Marijuana, the first degree, and paraphernalia. What is paraphernalia? Here, let me Google that, guys. Let me Google that. What is is paraphernalia? It's on the bottom of the screen. What is paraphernalia? Let's just ask Gemini. Collection of objects used to activate legal drugs. Drug paraphernalia. Controlled substances. Okay, that's why it has a $300 bond on him. Okay, makes sense. $300 bond. Christian Garcia Salas Snyder. He's from North Liberty. He's 26 years old. Possession. There's no bond. Possession of marijuana, the second degree. Possession of paraphernalia, and failed to obey a stop sign yield. So he ran a stop sign. Nice. Corey Michael Reynolds. He's 45 years old. He drove under suspension and drove while barred. Mark Lee Jackson, 59 years old. Bonds 50. Eluding speed over 25 voters. Of course, he didn't. He willingly chose to not stop for the. He drove while barred. He at murder peace officer attempt. Oh, 8. Okay, he attempted a murder of a police officer. How the hell is he not in like a jail in like Johnson? Well, they're probably all full of inmates. They're probably sending them over here. That's why there's so many people from other counties. That's why assault with an injured law officer. So you injured a law officer. Imitate with danger with intent. Going armed with intent. Burglary to the third degree. Theft of a second degree, which second degree theft is $1,500 to $10,000. And control of a firearm by felon or off weapon by felon. Yeah, that's going to get you 15. How is it not more? And also, how is this guy in a Muscatine prison or jail? How is he not in like a bigger city, like a bigger prison cell? Like what? What do he attempted to murder a police officer? Kevin John Lopez. This is all like local. 52 years old and driving while barred. Jason Neal II Cannon. Public intoxication. You harassed a public officer in a violation of probation. All right. Okay, so I gotta get ready for school. It's kind of a little bit earlier because the first day, so I'd like to get some of my other stuff done. So, we're actually gonna, I guess we'll close up the show. Actually, kind of here. It's 7:18 a.m. We'll close up the show and we'll read more inmate lists. There'll probably be a lot more on Friday. All right. All right. Let's close up the show. All right. Bye, everybody.